size them. If it's tractors, 90 horsepower is good, 125 is good, but I would want to see 40 horsepower maybe, which could be relevant to a medium scale farmer. The hay balers, the combine harvesters, people shouldn't think they are for the big ranchers. Let's have those for the big plantation farmers, but let's have for the medium, let's have for the small scale. Because manual labor is no more. It's both no more, but also no longer making economic sense. It was relevant for removing the potato to peel and eat, and the cassava, that's all. But if you supply a certain scale of supply, you need technology. So let our technology be meeting the various market segment requirements of the farming entities. Same applies to research. I want to thank the partners who supported NARO to come up with the AfroSafe technology for aflatoxin. I want to thank you, and I look forward to continuing the engagement to produce it out, because that AfroSafe technology is preventive. It is just broadcast in the soil. I think before planting, the agronomists will know it, and then what you get out will be a better product. And of course, you add it to having good handling standards. So, farming now must be sustainable. And to be sustainable, we must listen to what nature is telling us to do. Secondly, as our president says, we must farm intentionally with the economics in mind. To have the economics right, we must have the technologies right, we must have the research advisory right and the inputs. That's how we shall all win. But also this platform, there is nothing much better than, there is no better extension than this. I have said this, I want to say it. I want to challenge the naive people who are here. Next Harvest Expo, please bring all the district extension people. Let them come. Let them come. Let them come. All districts should, at least the cows should send here at least 2 people to come and see the technologies and advise farmers accordingly. And also, finally, let's work together, all of you actors in the different value chain of different enterprises, to expose fake inputs of whatever category. Fake agrochemicals, fake weighing, whatever they are, to cheat farmers. Let's all mount a war against fakes in the agriculture sector. It demoralizes a farmer if the value chain is not operating on precisely. I do this, I should expect this. I am cheated along with the way. Cheated by how I bought a wrong seed. Cheated how I sprayed using a fake agrochemical and lost the crop. So these things, and I really believe New Vision can help us. Given your wide platforms, given your big network of communication, we can win.
Moses Kutesa are my names. I work with Bee Farmers Crib. Bee Farmers Crib is a beekeeping company that we manufacture beehives. We fabricate bee equipment. So we do like beekeeping consultancy. We maintain your apiaries, we establish them up to harvest. So anything you want in beekeeping, value addition, any product from the beehive, we are the right people to contact.
Okay.
Where are you based?
Yeah, we are based in Ntinda, Chigowa Road, opposite Chigowa Police Post. Yeah, but we have like our demonstration at home where we stay in Chevando. Like for someone who doesn't have like much land, staying in an urban center, we also feel like we shouldn't miss out the opportunity of keeping bees. So we have a component, a package that we have designed for you. A package that we have designed for you for someone who is staying in an urban centers, or you don't have like enough space for you to keep your bees. So we have a stand which compromises of like 2 hives down, 2 hives in the middle, then the 2 catcher boxes up, and then the whole component is like 2.5, the whole setup.
2.5 millions.
Sorry, it is 1.5 1.2 million.
1.2 million.
Yes.
The whole setup.
Yes, the whole setup.
With the hives.
With the hives, you understand. So it is just a promotion to encourage everyone, like, to make sure that they at least they interact with the bees and multiply the colonies, because we need bees. If bees disappeared from this world, like, we wouldn't have enough food to eat, because most of the food that we eat depends on pollination, which is done by insects, and 80% of the pollinators are bees. So there's need to save them. That is why it is not that expensive.
Okay. Good.
How long have you been in business?
I've been in this business for over 13 years now.
So you have a lot of experience.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So for someone who is just a beginner, a novice beekeeper, you don't need like a lot of sophisticated hives for you to start. We want you to start with a basic hive that you can easily manage without any equipment, using any equipment. Just simple tools so that you can be able to benefit. The hive we are talking about is the Kenyan top bar, which like originated from Kenya. That is the technology where it came from. An Englishman calls it like a top bar hive, so they eliminate the Kenyan part. But you have to give credit where due. So let me first remove these extras, then we'll talk about the hive itself. This one is very heavy. It has honey. So this is the Kenyan top bar hive. Why do we call it a top bar hive? Because it has top bars. So we put this hole here, it is where we put the attractors. That yellow thing you're seeing is wax. Just wax to attract bees into this hive. So usually a standard Kenyan top bar would be like 87 centimeters. Usually it has like a 24 top bars to 25 top bars. So how do we attract bees into this hive? After buying your hive, what do you have to do? One, there are so many ways that you can attract bees into this hive. One of them is buy wax and put inside. This wax here has a very nice scent that attracts the bees inside. Or you can buy lemongrass oil, which lemongrass oil that we have on our table there, that you sprinkle at the entrance and even inside. So a few drops, then the bees will be attracted here. If you don't have money to buy wax or lemongrass leaves, then you can also like get fresh leaves, lemongrass leaves, the one we take on our tea. Then you can squeeze them, squeeze it and then rub inside. That also creates that scent that the bees need to enter, like your hive. It smells nice for them. Then they will enter this beehive. Now, if you don't have any of those, you can get dry cow dung. You put fire and smoke it. Put it upside down and make sure it is smoked properly. That will also attract bees inside. If you don't have cow dung and you have combs after extracting some honey somewhere, then you can also smoke it using the honeycombs. It will also attract bees. After putting those attractors, there are some like hooks that we put on the sides. Make sure that you tie your wires to make a handle just like the way you see here. Then if this is my tree, then I'll get another wire and tie it down on the tree, up on a tree, but it shouldn't touch any branch. Because the reason we put wires, we want it to hang up. Because when it hangs, there are no insects accessing it. Sometimes we put gliss on these wires so that the insects will not access the hives. Because the bees have respect. If they find any other insect, they assume it is a colony. And that colony, they cannot like come and enter when there is another colony inside. So even if it is a spider that has occupied that hive, either something else, the bees will not enter. So we do all that to just avoid such scenarios so that the bees have a comfortable place to enter. Then after it has colonized, now after putting in your attractors, you have raised it up in the tree. We advise you, the more you raise it, the more the scent moves. If you put it on a stand the way it is here, it will colonize, but it may take longer, even 2 years. But the more you raise it up, the more the scent moves, and the more bees that smell it faster, and the faster your hive will colonize. So it is advised for you to raise your hive up. So after it has colonized, give it like 1 month. When they have established, build some combs. Then you lower it down and put it on a stand. You put it on a stand, just like the way you see this stand here. This stand is basically designed for beekeeping. When there are specific things you need to consider while designing your stands, accessibility. It has to be at the waist level, so that when you're having so many hives, it is too much work for you to bend and come up, bend and come up. Then if you're having like a 50 hives, you cannot finish them while harvesting. You feel pain, and then you have to give up. You get tired so fast. So make sure it is at your waist level. You just open and work without much bending. Then when you're designing this hive, make sure that you put like a cap, like thing down here. Then you put in some oil, so that when the insects climb here, they access this oil. They don't go further to come and then attack your bees. Then where you have put it, make sure that at least you slash that place. They don't stay in bushes like we think. So when the grass grows and then it comes and touches the hive, so this stand, the design becomes useless because it is not helping. So after placing it here, give it to 6 to 7 months. The bees would have constructed, at least you can be able to get some honey after that time, after colonization. But then I advise my farmers to always give it a year for them to establish properly. If the hive is not yet full, you support it, let it build fully, let the colony be stronger so that you can start harvesting. That is when you will get very good harvests than you hurrying to harvest it. After, then how do we harvest it? I'll use an example. This that has honey, that has some honey. Asante, get me a smoker. No, get me this. Yes. Go and get me a brush and a hive tool. So this is our smoker. This one is made here locally by us. So you get your dry banana leaves, put them inside here, light your matchbox, and let it have that smoke. Then put in more banana leaves. Then you cover. So when you cover, approach your hive from the sides, not directly from the entrance, because this is the road. If you stand in the middle of the road, the vehicle will knock you. If you stand in the middle of the, like in front of the hive, the bees will sting you because you're blocking their entrance. So when you stand on the side, gently smoke them. Why do we smoke starting from the entrance? Because there are guard bees around here. So they are the same guard bees. When you invade the hive, they first take the messages to the queen that we have been invaded. What should we do? The queen offers like also aggressive orders for them to come and attack you. That is why you see bees attacking people, because they have been attacked and then they are defending their colony. We shall get another. So, yeah, they are not attacked because they feel loved. They are not disturbed. So, this is our hive tool. It is multi-purpose. The queen is there. So this one is for cutting. This one is for opening the hive. It can also remove nails in case. So by the time you approach, that is 17,000. By the time you approach the hive, you find like this thing is all stuck using propolis. They tie it, you cannot just remove it. So sometimes you need a hive tool to force it open. Then you're able to remove it. So after you have removed it, we are sorry this one has been reused and reused, so almost all the combs are destroyed. but we shall try. It is broken. Someone who needs to chew it. Yeah, you can chew it. You can chew it. So when we are harvesting, we start from behind, and this is how. Behind the hive, this is the entrance. So the bees have like an assumption that this is where they enter from. So even the thief who will come to steal their honey will pass through here. So that is why they put the honey at the extreme end. So that is why when we're harvesting, we don't disturb this front part. We go straight behind. So you find a comb which is built. But then you have to make sure that the honey you're harvesting is fully sealed with this sort of cavera, this smooth surface. That is the seal, to show that the honey is mature. If you harvested the honey which is not yet sealed, the way you see small honey here, that means the bees have not yet finished to put in all the required ingredients, and they have not drained out the unnecessary moisture that they need to remove. So that is why sometimes you find the honey is watery. And then you would know people when you're buying honey, you first go like this, then you sit in line and say you put water, but it is not water. Sometimes maybe the person who packs also, but when you put water it will ferment and smell bad. So maybe they harvested it when it is not yet ready. That is the reason why it is watery. But mature honey, which will last for even for 200 years without getting spoiled, you will have to harvest it with this seal. This is the container-like thing that after, no, you don't touch it. So after they have like filled in whatever they want, they put this. They know now that one is mature honey. They have kept it.
So you cut where?
So when I get my hive tool and I cut it off like this. So our honey press is being bought, the one for display, they are taking it. We shall bring another one tomorrow. So in case you have a few hives, they sting. In case you have a few hives, you can process this honey. This is the honeycomb. You can put it in a bucket, get a mingling stick and smash it, make it porridge. Then you can get your strainer, put it on a bucket. This one is designed to sit on a 40-liter bucket. Then pour it here overnight. Let it sieve naturally. Most people, what they do, they boil this so that they are able to sieve very fast. And honey has live enzymes. It is a living creature, the way you see it. So once you expose it to fire, you're burning, you're killing the enzymes. And those enzymes are the ones responsible for the nutrients that you get from the honey. So once you boiled it, you're having just like a sweetener, a natural sweetener without any nutrients. So it is not advised for you to heat honey. If you're to heat honey, you have to use a regulated machine, which is a honey warmer, this machine here. You regulate the temperature at 40%, then it will heat the honey without destroying the nutrition components in it. So, now, but for those who have very many hives and you have a lot of honey, you cannot use a mingling stick. We have our honey press here. Let me use it before you take it. We have our honey press here that we use. So after I have this thing you see here is heavy. So after I've filled to this level my combs, I will put this and then I start like rotating.
Yeah, sure.
So once you keep rotating, it keeps going down and down. Then the honey is going out through this. It passes through here, then through it goes through a double sieve plus a bucket down, then it drains in a bucket, then you cover your bucket. Okay. And that honey is what? Ready. But for people who are doing commercial bee farming and you want to pack, sell in the supermarkets, we have settling tanks. So whatever small substance that has not gone through, that has gone through that sieve, that is still in the honey, in this settling tank, the heavy ones will go down, the lighter ones will go up. So when you're packing, it is at a level. You don't pack the dirty ones now it's not back there. So this one, after within like 4 to 1 week, your honey will be very clean, crystal clear. Then you start packing from this settling tank. So the process, you pack in the bottles. Now you have a fine product. Yes, it is at the bottom, but there's some space down. There's a reserve. Just like you have your vehicle, it has a reserve. So below that level is a reserve. So that is how it like pack. So this hive here, as you can see, this is one comb, but it weighs like from like 1.5 kilos to 3 kilos, one comb. So if you're a bee farmer, then you take care of your hive very well by pruning. Then that means you are going to get like 7 to 10 top bars. When we talk about top bars, we are talking about these ones with the honey, the one we have pulled down. So each of them is having 1.5 to 3 kilo harvest. You harvest it twice a year. After it has entered, I said at least give it like after 6-7 months you can harvest it. But I don't advise you to harvest it in the first year. Leave it for 1 year. Let it establish properly. Then you start you'll benefit more. So that is
By starting later is
like after 1 year.
you harvest 1.5 years of then 1 year, then the 6 months.
Yes, 1 year you give it just building. Then the other 6 months they are building. You will get what I'm telling you. But other people can have it and then they get 5 kilos. You open a whole hive of 25 bars and then you only get 3 with honey. What does it help you? It's because we mishandle it. So what other products do we get from this hive?
Questions first. On this one, before you go through that.
Yes.
Okay, I have like when you wait for it to last for like a year, by the time you start harvesting, those wax are already black. They are so old, so mature.
It is okay.
And now when I am pounding them to make porridge, it's so hard.
It is okay for the first time you harvesting it will be like that. But the following times you will harvest white combs because you would have started the process of harvesting.
Okay. The second one, you see those top bars. I have cases of this instead of building
We call it cross combing.
and then for them they
Instead
do
of
vice
building
versa.
like this, they decide to build it like this. So harvest becomes very difficult for you because when you try to pull out one, they just break and the combs fall down. So that one is like a poor construction of your hives. So when you're buying hives, you buy it from an experienced big carpenter. Because sometimes you come and buy one hive and then you take it to carpenters and they fabricate them. For them, they don't know why you make specific things. Now, like this bar here, the width has to be at least 3.2 centimeters. 3.2 centimeters. 3.2 centimeters. Now, 3.2 centimeters. But you find some people, they have reduced or they have increased it. So the bees will find a lot of space here and then they get confused. So they find their own ways of organizing the hive. So that is one challenge. Another thing, poor baiting. If you have not baited properly, we put that car hole inside, that car line. That is where you're supposed to pour the wax. Wax does two work in the hive. One is to attract bees into the hive. Then directing bees, this is how you're supposed to build. So in case you have found your bees have cross-combed, what you have to do is cut out those combs behind, but not this side of the queen, where you're supposed to be harvesting. At least 10 combs behind. Then you get, we have worksheets there that we have made out of wax. You cut small ones and then you put. So that will, the worksheets, that will correct the problem.
Is it that it's very thick and you find maybe another time it's like diluted and we have that challenge when you give them like thick honey, like how can honey be
Now,
thick?
there are many factors as to why the honey is different. Not only the thickness, but even color and taste. One, we have talked about harvesting honey which is not mature. that can be a cause of making honey too watery. Then vegetation and the weather of the area. Now go to Kabale. When you harvest honey today in the comb, you have to squeeze it immediately. Once you leave it for 3 days, it will solidify. You will not be able to. You need a honey warmer to warm it, and then you squeeze it because of the nature of vegetation and maybe the weather around there. So, like when you also go to Karamoja, because the area is too dry, they don't get enough water. Their honey is always heavy. Moisture content like 16, 17. That is very thick honey. But then when you come to the central here, like our honey we harvest in urban centers, the moisture content is in 20, 21. So the water is too much in it. So the vegetation, flowers are not the same, the conditions are not the same. Yeah, even new management practices. Yes, please. How are they not stinging me? Yeah, because they have been tamed. We have made sure they get used to people. There are bees that stay within urban centers with people, not in the bushes that don't know people. That is why they don't sting. So, what other products do we get from this? Asante, you bring for me propolis. The other raw one. Bring for me propolis. So one is the under bee pollen. Bring for me
business card and a brochure.
Our business cards are finished, but look through our numbers on those papers, and then you get tomorrow.
I just get anything like a card or somebody write for me and
that maybe can help you. So what other products? Then there's bee pollen. Give me bee pollen, please. Bee pollen are those things you see the bees carrying on their legs. You've ever seen those yellow things? This is the pollen. How do we collect it? We use this machine. This is a pollen collector. So we put some few nails here, and then we hang it at the entrance. But because bees have to enter here, it is their house. By all means, they have to enter. So with that means we have reduced the entrance. So the bees will squeeze themselves here. So in the process of squeezing themselves to enter, then the pollen will shed off their legs. They enter without the pollen. We do that during the rainy season when there are so many flowers around. Don't do it during the dry season when they are struggling to get food. Then you take away what they have got. So after it has entered, it collects in this bowl. Then we come and pack it directly. What do we use it for? This pollen, for people who go to the gym, they use a lot of energy. It is an energy booster, instant. You take it, it boosts your energy. It's a multivitamin.
Doesn't the queen punish them when they come without benefit? They went out to collect materials.
No,
now
they will go out and then collect
inside
others.
without anything.
They will go back and collect others. So it is like a multivitamin. It has minerals that your body needs. This is 150 grams. 150. Each gram we sell at 1,000. But we start from, this is the smallest package that we start from. So, this pollen here, for people who have dietary issues, they are sick, children, they are old, and they are specific. I don't eat this, I don't eat this, I don't eat this. Then you find like their immunity is lowering. So what you do, you just get a teaspoon and mix in their soup. You can mix in yogurt, you can mix in anything. Then they take. They are taking natural minerals, multivitamin. You don't need supplements when you have vitamins. Remember, bees visit over 1 million plants. And each plant they visit is unique. It is of different uses. So imagine what you get from this small tin. So this is the pollen collector that we are talking about. Then we have propolis. What is propolis? Propolis is gum that the trees produce. You've ever seen a tree like pine, you've ever seen Musizi Mugavu producing some saps. So the bees go and collect it. They collect it and bring it to the hive. What do they use? They use it for. Usually, you find propolis at the entrance. Yeah, you find propolis at the entrance. Why do they put it at the entrance? Because they know they move in that environment. So So when they are coming back, they are dirty. They are supposed to go through this gum and sanitize their legs before they take their buchafu inside the hive. So they use it as medicine. It is their medicine. This is their pharmacy. When they get sick inside the hive, they take this as their medicine. So once a lizard finds its way inside and it has entered, or a caterpillar, after they have killed it, they don't have hands to carry it out. They will seal it with this propolis so that it does not rot and cause infection in the hive. So it dries within this propolis. It's an antibiotic, antiseptic. So, and then, when the hive is not made properly, there are spaces. They use this propolis to seal off those spaces because it is bringing in light in a hive that is not needed, because it's bringing in a lot of wind, air that they don't need. They seal with this. When they enter in an ant hill, like you enter, you build your house, you cement it or you tile it. They also use this propolis to tile that place so that when you remove that comb, though it is underground, there is no soil in it. And when it rains, the water does not go through that soil and reaches them. So this is propolis for the side of the bees. So we humans, what do we use propolis for? For us, we come and extract out this liquid that you see. It's called the propolis tincture. We are not the ones who started it, we also found it. Because when you read the history of propolis, it was a very good drug during the World War. The American soldiers, every package they would give them, they had bottles of propolis just to avoid like infections. When they get wounds, it used to treat their wounds. You pour it there, and then your wound will heal. You have a toothache which is aching you, immediately you put propolis there. Within a minute, those like bacteria will die, and you will feel pain relief immediately. So, for ladies, once you have pimples, skin which is not clear, please get cotton, put some water, and then put propolis. Cleanse after showering in the morning and evening. Your pimples will clear. Yeah. You have children who don't have appetite, they don't eat. Please give them propolis 1 year and above, not below 1 year. Propolis put on a tongue, 2 drops in the morning and the evening. They will feel more hungry and then they will keep eating without you struggling with them. You have children with ringworms, ebisente. Cut off the hair, get cotton, put some water, put propolis. I'm saying put water first because it is sticky. The cotton will not move if there is no water. Put some water, put some, then you, after cutting off all the hair, you clean. And then within 3 days, those ringworms will clear. If you have wounds in the stomach, which is ulcers, keep using propolis. Propolis will heal your wounds with time. So, sugar levels, like a diabetes, yeah, if you're having diabetes, it regulates diabetes. Pressure, because it is a blood thinner, it thins your blood, not to become too thick. It will be able to go through the veins without much struggle. Because pressure, your veins are starting to flow. And blood is using a lot of force to pump through the smallest parts of your veins. So, propolis will also do what? Will also help. So, propolis has over 1,000. It is an antibiotic, it is an antiseptic, it is like, read about it on the internet and you'll see how amazing the bees are.
Do you make it?
Yeah, this one here, we just infuse this. The process is called infusing, melting this into a liquid. So we melt this.
What solvent do you use?
Pardon?
What do you melt?
How do we melt it? We use, there are certain methods that we use. You can use alcohol to melt it, ethanol, or you can use water. But with water, it will not last longer. But with ethanol, it will last longer. So that is propolis. It also comes from the hive. So how do we collect propolis? We have propolis collectors, like when we looked at our floor hive, we had a propolis collector. But for these top bar hives, what do? You can decide to remove one top bar and create space here. After a few days, you will find when the bees have sealed off that space with propolis, that black gum, then you will come and remove the gum, you put back your top back. That is how easy it is for us to collect
it in the 1 year before you start harvesting.
Yes, in a 1 year before you start harvesting. If you're a farmer, you're selling a kilo at 40,000. Between 30 to 40 a kilo, that is what you're selling. So if you're collecting pollen usually you're selling a gram at 500 shillings. Of course, even me, I have to put in marketing and whatever I sell at 1,000.
Pollen a gram at what?
500 if you're a farmer, 500 shillings.
Do you usually have the police?
Yeah, we have the
Police blocks also. Not here.
Yes.
If I follow up.
Yes, we do. We do have them. That is another product which is propolis. What other products that we get as farmers directly? We have venom. Asante. Venom, the one in the rice and the tin.
You so far talked propolis, pollen and what? You so far talked about.
Yeah, we've talked about propolis and then pollen so far. Then now we are going to see bee venom. Bee venom is just a bit. Open for me here. Come, take to mommy. So, venom is that substance when a bee stings you. Is there anyone who wants to? It's medicine. It's not bad.
When a bee stings
you see how the bee is struggling? It has stung him. Now it is pulling out the sting.
But it can't come out.
We can help it.
Why?
It will come. Now this is the sting. You see that white substance that is dancing? You're feeling that pain. Now that is the venom that we are talking about. It has injected inside your body. So this venom is so useful. Most times we have clients who come basically for stings, 5 to 10 stings.
Before he sweats.
And they pay money. Let it finish putting the venom. He's lucky. So now, now it has lost its sting. It has lost its sting because it has stung on a soft surface. But our machine here has a glass. It will sting on a glass, and it will be able to move without leaving the sting behind. So the bee will not die. This one that has stung you is not going to go back in the hive. If it goes back, they will kill it because it is useless. It can't defend the colony. So a soldier without a gun is not allowed. It is useless. It's going to die. It will die from outside. They are those bees that you see dead outside. So now that is bee venom. How do we collect bee venom? This is the venom collection machine. This is the battery, and then these are the panels. It can come with 2 panels or 1 panel. But the bigger, the wider the panel, the better. Some of them have smaller panels, but that means they will collect small also amounts of venom. And then when you're buying a venom collection machine, also make sure that it is automated, like this one here. What does it mean? Like it is on and off. When the bees fall there, they are shocked, then they release the venom. Then when that electricity is still in the wires, they cannot fly away. So it has to stop immediately, then they fly away, then others will come. That is how it works. So that is the best machine because it is an automated machine. It times itself on and off, self-timing. So after they have stung here, we keep moving to different hives. Then we get our scrapper. We start scrapping the venom. Yeah, the venom is in powder form because there it is liquid. Now we can remove it. The venom is over. Because after it is exposed to wind, it becomes what? It becomes solid. This powder you're seeing, it is venom. So for us, we don't sell to you this, unless if it is a pharmaceutical or someone who knows what to use it for.
Why do you put it in rice?
In rice, because when your phone falls in water, you put it in rice to drain the unnecessary moisture. Still, when you see this bottle here, you see it is moist, and it is in rice. It is draining out the unnecessary moisture still from the venom itself.
Inside the bottle?
Yes, inside the bottle.
Passing through the top.
Passing through that glass. Haven't you ever seen a glass sweating? When you put in cold water, how does it go?
Did you say when you harvest the venom from a bee, it doesn't die?
Yeah, when you harvest venom from a bee, it doesn't die. Because it does not lose the sting. It doesn't lose the sting. But once it loses the sting, because it has stung on a soft surface, it cannot pull out this sting. So the sting will remain and the bee will go, so that is where it dies. But on the glass, it is hard. It stings, releases the venom and it goes. The sting has not entered the glass. So we come and mix that venom into honey and make this syrup here. What do we use venom for? You want to also boost your immunity. Venom. It fights tumors, cancer, like prostate, breast cancer, and other cancerous tumors.
What about fibroids?
Fibroids is not cancer. It's not cancer, unless if it has become cancerous. So it fights viruses in the body. Yeah. So that is bee venom. So bee venom can also be used in so many other uses. Pharmaceuticals, making medicines. It has been like used to boost CD4 count. Mostly people who are ARVs, most of them have started using bee venom. And now that we see our USID that has been giving them is no longer there. So this is the next resort we are going to, which is natural. So other research, because it contains that component called melatonin. Melatonin has been like the research has suggested that it has even cured. So this one here is 80,000. But you as a farmer, if you have a gram of this bee venom, you're selling it 30 to 35 per gram.
How much is it again? Bee venom?
If you're selling powder as a farmer, you're selling at 30, 35 from the farm.
Per gram,
Per
1
gram.
gram.
1 kilo has 1,000 grams. So this
do
one
you
here you
sell
see is 80,000. This one you take a spoon in the morning when you have just woken up before eating anything. Then one when you're going to bed for you to stay healthy. You can
The storage for that one? The storage.
Storage, just a dark place, cool room. You can keep it there. You can even decide to put it in a fridge. Also, it can be refrigerated.
How do you get market?
How do we get market? Yeah, we have people who know that we are bee farmers who contact us and we collect venom on contract.
But they don't have that information. Because like some of us, we are getting that information for the first time.
Sometimes we get big orders and then we contact our farmers and we fail to supply.
Yeah. Too much demand, yeah?
When do I collect the venom?
Don't bother it. It will go. Just don't mind it.
When do I collect the venom? Do I?
So let us first finish. So those are the few products that we get from this. But we have over 19 products, raw products that we get. One of them is royal jelly. Royal jelly is food for the queen. That they feed on the queen. Other bees, these worker bees that you see, like 6 weeks, they are dying out. The queen lives for 3 to 4 years. So why does it live longer? Because of the food that it eats. It does not feed on this food that these other workers feed on. Yet it is also working equally like a worker bee, because laying 1,000 to 3,000 eggs in a day, moving around all those queens is not just to feed it. Yes, we have ever seen, we sell queens, we breed queens. How big is it? Very big. It is bigger. bigger. It's bigger than this, like 2 times this big here. Yeah, only 2. No, it is not huge.
Like the one
And
of
for you to identify it, it may take you like an hour if you're not trained on how to find the queen. Because they hide the bum. It is the bum that is long and reddish, but this other body is the same. So you only see the head, and you may not notice that it is the one when they have hidden the bum. So there's that royal jerry. Royal jerry, when they are going to manufacture another queen, they are the ones that make the worker bees are the ones that make the queen. Yeah. So from the eggs that the queen has laid, they choose an egg which is 1 to 3 days. Then they decide to feed it special food. Then it grows. They expand the cell. Then it grows a queen. So they start feeding it from day 1 to day 3. That is a very healthy queen under normal circumstances. But under emergency situations, they can feed a larvae which is almost coming out, then they turn it into a queen. But that one will not be as productive as the one that was selected from inception.
So they also have emergency.
So that royal jelly there, the Chinese believe that when you eat royal jelly, you live longer. So they are the our clients are mostly Chinese because they are the ones that know the value. And it is true. Why do one bee live 5 years and then another one 6 weeks? So where is the science? Yes, please.
Now, how do you see that?
That one we are going to, because they are tamed to live with people. So now that royal jelly there is also like food, but for it is so delicate. So once you harvest it, you have to refrigerate it immediately, or it has to be consumed because it goes bad so fast once it is got from the hive. And then there is also like a brood comb. When that larvae, yellow, those young bees when they are still white, they are also eaten. You have seen mostly our fellow men like from Kabal, who's strong bachiga. For them, they just get and chew directly. And that is why they also have a lot of energy. Yes. So for men who are struggling with that power, eat that larvae. Your problem will be sorted. You can cook it and eat it. You can eat it raw. You can eat it. So the stamina will double naturally.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes, let us first finish. Please give me space. I'm talking. I'm loud enough. Don't get yeah.
How many grams of
This is 500.
No, how many grams of that?
Now that is another lesson that you have to come. The mixture, I may tell you and you misquote me, then you go and mix it wrong, and you cause issues. You need to be trained on how to do this. So that is a larvae, and even that larvae has categories. There's drone larva, there's a worker bee larva, then there's a queen larva. They all have different nutrients. So when we are talking about like products from the beehives, it is magic. It's endless. The story we will talk the whole day. And then from that, there's value addition. From those raw products we have gotten here, there are over 100 products. If you're to add value that you can get out of it. So as you can see, we have really underdeveloped our bee sector here in Uganda. There's a lot of potential, but we have not tapped into it.
How much did you say that was? How much?
The what? This one is 150. The lovers, this one pollen, this is 150,000 that the bees collect from the plants. Harvesting, you get your frame. Give me that fork. Give me that yellow fork. Behind the honey. Behind the honey, Asante. Thank you. So, we have seen how the bees have sealed, how they have built the other frame. So the other seal, this is the fork. It's called an uncapping fork. So we use this fork to remove the other seal. It's very sharp, slowly. So it removes the seal. Then we place it. We place it in our extractor. The size of extractors matter. This is a 2 frame, then we have 3 frame, up to 16 frames, depending on the size of your farm. This one is manual, it does not need electricity. Then you start rotating, you can capture insect as well. You start rotating. That process spins out the honey. Then when your honey is spinned out, you have your bucket and a double sieve. Then you come and you open it. This is the honey gate. This honey gate, you can put it on any bucket. You have your bucket, you have them, you can buy it. The honey gate here is just 50,000. You can negotiate.
What about the one this time?
This uncapping fork is just 35,000. This cook frame here, we sell it at 1 million. Manual. Then this one is electronic. This one is electronic. You plug it in power. You plug it in power, then you switch on. It will spin out the honey automatically without you scrambling.
How much?
Even this one, you need to first remove the seal. So this one basically here, 2 million negotiable. So smokers. The basic smoker starts from 50,000. This is it. It's very strong. So, sorry. This one here, you just put your dry materials, either cow dung, banana leaves, because they're the ones we use. We put here, we cover, then you pump. Put your hand. What is coming out? The wind. Yeah. So this wind here, when there is like a dry matter and then fire, it is smoke now. So this is 50,000 shillings. Then this one here, the same type, but the only difference, this one has a shield, a guard, and a hook where you can hang it, which this one doesn't have. So a difference of 10,000, this one is 60,000 because of this extra, but the same function. Then we have, this is important. This is a very nice looking and attractive in your eyes, but this one is 10 times stronger than this. This one is 80,000. So this one, the only challenge is the Europeans, the whites, for them they don't use the dry materials that we use. For us, we put cow dung with fire, you put a dry matter, you put it is too hot. Sometimes you find like this rubber here, leather, getting spoiled, for which ours here does not get spoiled. So once this one has holes, then it is not functioning properly. But this is 80,000. Okay? So then we have this one here. It is an electric. You charge, rechargeable. You put your dry matter here, you put fire, you close. Instead of pumping here, you just switch on. 100,000.
Negotiable.
This one is not negotiable. These ones are not negotiable. Those ones are not negotiable. So basically, those are some of the few products that we had for this. Then we have, we talked about our sieves, which are 50,000. Where is the hive tool? Asante, where is my hive tool and brush?
The brush is it.
This one. Now, different types of brushes. Where's the plastic brush? So other beekeeping equipment, we have the queen catchers. Hold for me. We have the queen catchers. Fine for me. Tell Auntie Ida to get for you the plastic brush. Queen catcher. Like you've opened your hive, you're looking for the queen. Once you've seen the queen, you don't put your hands there and grab it, because the bees around it are very aggressive. You put your hand, they will sting you. So you just open this and grab your queen and put it here.
Take it where? To another
Take it where? Now like you're removing bees from an ant hill. you first put your queen here, tie it inside the hive where you have put 2 to 3 days. Because if you don't, you just force them there, the bees will leave the hive.
You use this?
Yeah, but once you have kept the queen here for 2 to 3 days, they somehow
The reason is not to allow the bees.
because it is the queen. If the queen is caged, they cannot leave it behind. So this one here, we have plastic and then metallic. This one is metallic 10,000, plastic is 5,000. Then we have brushes. This one is locally made here by us. This one here, 7,000. That is the price range. This one is imported, 15,000. This one is also imported, it is 25,000 plastic. These are big brushes. After, when you're harvesting, you remove your comb. There are so many bees. You use it for brushing off the bees. This one here is a pollen collector, like the one you saw in the flow hive, but this one is plastic. We use it in these other hives in case you need to collect pollen. So, and this pollen collector is 50,000.
You put it inside the hive.
Yes. So we have a bee feeder. Go and bring for me the other bee feeder. Do I have an empty bottle somewhere? Whose water is this? Good. So you filled your bottle with water, then you put this bottle here is slightly bigger, but the normal size. These are the normal bottles here, they fit properly. You cover and then you put it down. So this water will flow here and the bees will consume. So this one here is 5,000. Then this one has its own tank. Fill in, cover. Most people use it to support hives that have like weak colonies. This one I put inside the hive so that I can feed them. For the colony to grow very fast, so that it can also catch up with other colonies.
Have you told us the prices of these already?
Honey.
Yeah.
When you order, or when you come to our shop, the price of honey is different from the one we sell here because of the costs you carry. So here, I'm giving you shop prices.
Okay.
So this one here is the 500 grams of honey, and we are selling it at 11,000 at the shop. Here we are selling at 13.
Okay.
This one we sell at 6 at the shop. Here we are selling at 7,000.
How big is that?
This is 250 grams. We have 1 liter which is over. It is 22,000 at the shop. At the shop we sell 5 liter at 110. We sell 3 liter at where the honey like solidifies so fast. Sometimes it is even in the comb. There's no way you can remove it when it has crystallized in the comb. So what we do, we put it in this machine here. It is called the honey warmer. Honey warmer. You fill it with water outside here, then you put in your honey. It has like a gauge. It will show you the temperatures. So once your honey is melted at a regulated temperature, usually 40%, we first heat this to 100% before putting the honey. Then we reduce it at 40% so that we don't kill the ingredients, the natural enzymes that are in the honey. Because once you kill them, the honey is not nutritious. It is just a syrup that you're using. So this is a honey warmer. This one here is very expensive. It is 3 million. So every price I tell you, it is very negotiable.
Okay.
It is not the last price. Now, you have gotten your honey, you have saved it. Now it is time for you like to go commercial. You have tanks. You want to pack and then supply supermarkets. You want something crystal clear, like the way it is. Though like when our honey was finished yesterday, we packed it before settling properly. But it becomes very clear. You put it in a tank, then it stays there for and above days. The more it stays there, the more clearer it becomes. Then you start packing using that honey kit. You pack directly. So these are different sizes. As you can see, this one here is 100 kgs. This is 1.2 million. This one is 120. This one you get it at 1.5. Then this one is 200 kilos for commercial beef farmers. This one is 2.5. Then there is a smaller one. Even for those people who are packing oil, it can also do. This is 50 kgs, 600. So farmers who also have made money, they are not starters, they are not way as we say. So this is an automated beehive. You can call it automatic beehive, you can call it a dark hive, you can call it a flow hive. Why? This one here, the bees put in the honey, the farmer harvests the honey without interacting with the bees. You don't have to put on a bee suit, you don't have to use a smoker for you to smoke these hives, but you do only have to open on the sides and see the glasses. Then you see, is the honey ready? Just come and open through the glasses and then you see, is there honey or no honey? It's the same glass outside. Then that one is open. So if there is honey, you say open. Then you get your key. This is the key. This does all the magic that you want. Even here is closed. So you come with your tap. This is what we call a tap. Fix it inside here. Then within here, let us first put back. We put back this. Come and put it. Yeah. So this is the tick, the door to the tap. When you put it down, you are closing. When you put it up, so when I put it up, here, like this, I have opened for the honey. I put my jar here, I collect the honey without harming the bees. After I have drained, I keep shifting. Then after draining your honey, you close it. This one they have. It's guys.
Don't you think that bees will have filled there with the ones?
No, they don't. They only.
Every time you come to harvest, you try to turn, it will lock it.
No, it was designed, they cannot access that place. The design does not allow them. So, see now, this one is like, they have designed for them the home. They don't have to build. They don't have to build the home. So their work is only to fill in the honey. There's no way they can access the upper part. Remember, after we have harvested, we have covers. We cover. So this is the home. You just squeeze. So this one is 1.8 million. 1.8 million.
How long? Negotiable.
Negotiable.
How long can it last?
How long can it last depends on your management practices. If you put it outside under rain and sunshine, I don't know how long. But if you put it under a shade, it is not accessing water or what, I'm assuring you that it will remain intact. So that is a flow height in summary. Then we have this lunch. This lunch coat here. This one is imported. but it is the same as the other Langstroth, which is painted green. The production is more like the same, but this one here is 350,000 because of the taxes and the price, transportation. So the only difference this one has, it is sometimes it comes with a plastic foundation sheet, so that this will build. It doesn't have to break when you're extracting. It is more stronger. But then again, when we use our own foundation, the one we make out of wax, it can also work. This one is not natural. Plastic.
The top thing, that's the top thing.
But this one here is natural. After squeezing out the honey, we make this, and then that is what we use here locally. It smells like honey. Yes, put in the other. Even here, sometimes it depends on the order you make. You can also make an order and they give you this. But if we have this, then let's get what we don't have.
At harvest. You not destroy it.
No, that one doesn't get destroyed. This one you don't even see it. The bees have built, and you're not even seeing anything.
But are we cutting at harvest?
With this one, we are not cutting. Those of you who have moved with us, you know that we use a
Extractor.
extract the honey. It is the other one, the top bar hive, this one here, that we cut. That one it doesn't cut. So these are foundation sheets.
Without a centrifuge. If one doesn't have a centrifuge,
We just cut out the honey from the top bar hive.
this time
This one here we don't cut.
you must have a centrifuge.
You must have it. So here you don't cut. So this worksheet that we have made here, each is 5,000. After, like here we receive the bees. This hive is very big. Actually, it is very big. So you cannot give them at once. I've seen some people installing them at once, and they take long to build. Sometimes they refuse it. Sometimes they get like tired of the hive because it is not giving them honey. But it is because of how they have installed it. So now we give them this brooder box, slightly bigger because it is not giving them honey. But it is because of how they have installed it. So now we give them this brooder box, slightly bigger, because this is where the reproduction, queen laying eggs, the pollen, whatever it will come down here. So after they have built up all these frames, then we come and put this mesh. This is a queen excluder. This one alone, 40,000. Depends on the scarcity. Sometimes 25. You put it.
It doesn't allow the queen to cross.
Doesn't allow the queen to cross up. Then you come and add your super. You can call it super. You can call it a honey box. Honey box. So now do what? Well, after putting this, then the bees will start constructing up. So we only harvest the top box. We don't harvest the lower box. The cover is also yes. This one here is basically separator. When we are doing feeding, you can do your feeding, putting it up here. This one more regulates heat. And then also, when the bees have built this fully, they are looking for more space up. They cannot, sometimes they build on a cover. This one prevents them from building on the cover. That is its use. Then the cover itself. So this is a Langstroth beehive. This one is an extra. This is the entrance reducer. Sometimes the bees can block it by themselves. Or I want to move this hive somewhere else, I come at night and I close. They don't have to come out. I carry my hive. By this entrance reducer, you can put it on any hive that you're seeing here. So has no.
So when you're extracting this, you also don't need the cover.
You need protection because you're pulling out frames. You're 15 kilos per harvest.
15?
It is harvested 3 to 4 times in a year.
3 to 4 times a year?
Yes.
The long straws?
How much?
That is 300, 350. Depends, if you're taking many, we give you at 300. If it is 350. So
This one, the imported ones?
the imported ones. Whereas our locally made is 200, even 180 when you're taking many. So this one is a top bar hive, just like ours that we have been seeing. But this one is, we've done what? It is like imported, but it is also a top bar hive. The European bees are bigger than ours. And for them, a beekeeper, it is a full-time job. They feed them, they do everything. That is why you see they make bigger hives. For them, they don't know our African beekeeping style because they assume everything is, but our African bees are slightly different. So that is why this hive is big, but it is the same technology like the other one. So this one here, the imported KTB, is 250,000.
How many kg?
Still, it is the same kg, average of 15 kilos per harvest. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The rest that are
250. 350.
So is the production in a yard, is it the same?
the production is this one is 2 times a year, harvested twice a year. Those ones are 3 to 4 times a year. So it is not the same production. Yes, please. We have 1 liter which is over. It is 22,000 at the shop. At the shop we sell 5 liter at 110. We sell 3 liter at 65,000. Then we also do like cough syrups. If you have persistent cough, it is very good. Even asthma, 10,000. Our propolis, 5,000. We talked about propolis. This is a dose for each person.
I was going to say
That,
it's a tender
you use this cover.
maybe like
No, it is a dose. Once you've left it for a long time, it is open, you have to throw it away. This is propolis, 5,000. This is lemongrass oil to attract the bees. This one is able to bait 20 hives. It's 25,000.
So how is the lemongrass used?
Lemongrass, just put a few drops inside the hive, even at the entrance. The bees will enter.
Before it's colonized.
Before it is colonized, when it is empty, it is a new beehive. Yes, that is a new beehive. So mostly we have wax, which we sell. A kilo is 25. Okay, but don't get lost. 25. We sell
A
at
kilo?
25. A kilo of bee wax, 25. We have like a honey wine, which we don't have here, and a bottle is 25,750 mils. Which other products do we have? And others are on order. You're ordering for royal jelly, you're ordering for those other things, we negotiate. But every product that you know that comes out of the hive, you can always
So
contact us.
of all the products, the bees, because there is vitamin, wax, vitamin,
even difficult.
Of mine.
so which one is more?
Okay, please, let us close out. Yes, which way?